pretty good out there too. There's already a lot of people walking around. Try that other end first. Brought the Knox. Got my gray ghost pouch too. This beach. Look at all the rocks. Picks up steam and then it breaks on the end on this cut. What a nice day out. Yeah. Boy, that don't look bad at all. Rocks are getting bigger on that other end, which is a good sign. I'm looking for lower sections of the beach. We're not gonna fool around. I'm gonna go down. I want to go down on that end. The bank's getting chewed. Look at the elevation on that. We'll go take a look at that. Look straight up. This is an oldie. Wow, that's an old one there. Old Hot Wheel. A 19 something down there, glittery. Oh, what the heck is this? Oh, yeah, that's an old perfume case. That's what that is. All right, we're getting somewhere now. That white pipe is out now, Father, but that bank is really cut sharp. I want to go over there. There's a dip on that other end. Pipe's way out. I got a nice 12 here, though. Right under that rock. Boy, does that sound good. You gotta dig a little here, but it's worth the effort. Sometimes. Dig a couple. Now I'm getting all kinds of weird. Now I'm getting high chirps, and there's another target over there. Let's see what we got here. Oh, I see her. We're in coins here. I knew it. Right on that low tide mark. Jefferson. There's a bigger, higher sound next to it. See if we can find it. Here. Huh. Let me dig it. It's clad. Boy, getting coins, that's good. There's a break. I got another coin right here. It came up as a nickel. Getting a lot of coins out of here. Nickel. Alright. Maybe a pair of sunglasses at one time. Oh, not much left. Nice looking weedy. That's what it looks like. Tide's kind of creep in. Like, let's see this little thing here. It's a lead weight. I know if I pull that string. Lead's gone up in value. See it right there? It's underneath that rock. That's how they're getting under these rocks. They get under there with the storms. Pick up that rock and kick it out of the way. Right there, see? Old jig. Take that off. It's a big one too. Now if people lose gold out here or silver rings, they're going to sit right on top, so you don't have to dig that far. Getting down. Get another one, but it's not silver. I'm not in that red clay layer, but there's a lot of coins, which means that's a good sign. There's a paddle boarder out there. 2 of them. Pipe. I'm getting all kinds of signals. Of course, here comes the tide. It's always helpful. It's a big one. Look at that jellyfish. I don't have any buddies down here today, or I'd throw them on the back of somebody. Oh, that's a big one. There. And I'm getting tons of coins in here, so there's got to be some gold. There's 1, 2, and then the pipe. That's what I look for on a beach. If you're finding coins, you're going to find jewelry nearby. When you're not finding any coins, you move off that spot. Look for a spot with coins. Got 22 shell case. Ooh, that's still live. Ooh, ooh. Buffalo. Damn dates wear off on those. That's a nice one, and that's in that gray layer. Kick that rock out of the way. Once you take some of these rocks and just gently push it. Sometimes it will free up another target even if it's hidden in there. Oh, this one might be silver. Right there. Let's take it. Oh, wow, take it. Ooh, that nice juicy red stuff. Now it flipped. Huh. Oh. Huh. Hold on. Get it all day tomorrow, maybe. Get that tide way out by that pipe out there. There's bound to be some goodies. Show off. It's an old school bullet. Look at that one. That's really looking good, this beach. Ring. That's nice. Trying to wedge that out of there. Oh! Oh! I had 2 rings. No, I do! 2 rings! Haha! 2 rings for the price of... Oh, it's a necklace! With 2 rings attached. Seems to be broken. Alright. Got something already. Maybe the rest of it's in there, I don't know. Huh. Yeah. Ooh. A big piece of brass. Here's a screw cap. Huh. That sounded good. Buckle from the old swimming hole. I get going from gray sand to a darker ash sand to the orange back again. So the beach is wavy right now, but you can see a dig hole. Now the tide's going to come in and fill this in. I got a strong signal here. Plug my speaker. I'm having problems with this headphone. 28. I think it's just a regular quarter, but we'll take a look. Let's see the outline. Oh no, it's a cookie. It's a cookie coin. See that? They look like Oreo cookies down here. Probably silver, no? Yep. Yeah, see the core? I think. I'm gonna keep my fingers crossed on this one. It's a cookie coin. And I think that's a silver quarter. We got a lot of silver out of here. I got the, let me see, I'll wash it off. It's starting to rain. I got the, I got a beautiful buffalo yesterday. These Oreo cookie coins. The beach is trying to go here, but I don't know, we'll get home. It's definitely silver. I think it's a Washington. Again, I can't tell. I'm blind as a bat. Nice coin, though. It's about time. I'm out here getting soaked. Here comes 15. We know what 15 is. Boy, if this breaks, Oh man, you're kidding me. Oh, come, I think is it a class ring? Oh, it's a class ring. It's a class ring. Look at that sand. Oh, nice. 1942. Oh, it's broken at the seam, or it was soldered. There's a mark. I don't see anybody's name. Well, it looks like I got to keep this one. Let's see. Let's take a look. You know, a lot of these videos on YouTube, I see these guys finding gold on these sanded in beaches, and it's a crock of crap. You know, I mean, this is what a ring should look like if it's down in the seawater. Usually they'll snap. Now gold stays pretty true, but usually these black things are going to crack on them. You get some blackness too on there. It's been sitting there. I can't see I can't see what year it was. It looks like a high school maybe. I don't know. We'll get home and clean it up. But no, I'm for real, you guys. I mean, there's a lot of people on there, they post just the videos, but my videos are more about, you know, keeping direction on the sand layers, and I find an area and see what comes out of it. I learned a lot of stuff just from my own videos. So let's keep going. Guess what I just got? Class ring. And I'm getting let me unplug it. This thing's working like crap. I got a 7. You see something shiny? If that ain't aluminum. Oh no. Oh, it's a sweet. Sweet. Oh, look at that ring, you guys. Oh, sweet. Sweet, sweet. Look at that ring. We're back in the hole right in front of that house. Time. I'm leaving the water's right behind me coming in. It's going to wash these flat. You can see how I'm right on the low tide mark. So we'll go over this. Silver quarter. Okay, I don't know what I got. I got a piece of brass, I think, there. Class ring. Diamond ring. Notice something? They're all directly in a line with each other here. So we'll keep working this and dig any chirps. And when I come back tomorrow, there's a rock over there, so I can kind of say, okay, I'll go from there on up here and grid this. Chunky stuff, but I'll tell you what I'm doing. Sometimes I'm looking at that because sometimes the ring can be glued in there, but also old coins can stick in there. So you want to give it a whack with a shovel. If you see something shiny, take it home and hit it with electrolysis. But it's a good tip. I've always used it. Got some nice rings down there, boy. I'm gonna put that in my upper pocket. That's another nice signal. Oh, trash. High tone. Still in this ash layer. I'd rather be in the orange because that's the original beach sand. But this will hold targets just as good. Ooh, I saw something shiny. It is a coin. Whoa. Huh. I don't think that's silver. No, now see that core? Now it's 2 pieces. There's a copper piece in there too. It's a glad quarter. They were down here measuring out that sand. That southern end looks like it wants to peel now. Sorry, the northern end. The southern end is peeling, but they were down here measuring the sand this morning. But man, is there an angle on that beach. I'm going to bring a basketball out here later and I'll show you. And that's what you want to look for. Extreme cuts on the low end. That's where people swim, and you'll get a lot of rings. So here's my wrap-up video. And it was a pretty good weekend. I got up early Saturday. There was a minus tide. Let me see if we can find this stuff. So the tide was early morning. We were looking at a -1 at 6:30 a.m. I got down there late, so the tide was coming in. I got down there again late today, but I still made the minus tide, and there's one tomorrow, which I'm going to hit, and Tuesday. Those are the two I'm really going to key for. It was a pretty good, yesterday, Saturday, I didn't find a lot of stuff, but the beach was talking to me, and it was talking to me in a good sense. I got this really old buffalo head nickel, and I got a wheat penny, but I was liking what I was seeing. There's an area down there where I got some good stuff that was starting to give me some lead. It was giving me some orange sand that would switch back and forth to a grayish color, and it's almost on a 90-degree crease from the top down to the wet sand, down to the low tide mark. And that's where I got the majority of my change. I got some brass pieces. I got this really old toy car, and that kind of was telling too. So it's definitely holding some targets down there. I'm gonna go back down again. I got the spot triangulated, but once I got this silver Washington, and I really haven't even cleaned the date off yet. I got to clean that, but that's a silver Washington quarter. I had gotten that close to that, close to that. So you start to triangulate where you are. And I went down this morning in that same spot. One of the first good signals I got two silver Avery rings on a broken chain, 925. I'm assuming the chain's 925 too, even though it's broken off. And I started to get some more old brass pieces, this brass screw cap. Got a couple of these. I don't know exactly what they are, but they're little tacks or something. Did get another quarter. Got this old swim buckle, and then I really started to get interested. I said, well, if there's some gold around, and there certainly was. So I ended up a Stoneham mass, and you can see it's pretty much bent. A lot of the stuff is impacted in between the rocks, but it's a 1942 Stoneham mass class ring. I think it's a woman's ring, but I don't know. It's pretty mashed up, so. But I really slowed down, and then I ran into this. I got a 14 karat, and those are diamonds. I haven't tested them, but I'm absolutely positive. This is an antique ring. That's a pretty old ring, and it's got some old scroll work in there. I can make out the 14. It's got some numbers, I'm assuming, for the diamond weight. But it's got somebody's name or something. It's tough to make out. I'm going to try to take a loop to it, see if I can't find some more about it. But there's an interesting area developing. The beach is definitely ripping apart down there in some spots. All on that minus tide mark. So I've got the spot triangulated. I'm going to go down tomorrow, and I'm going to switch up on my Equinox. I'm going to go with a 14-inch, 15-inch coil and some different pair of headphones. I was having problems with this connector here on, this Equinox don't want to work. So I might even use the old yellow headphones, but I like the Gray Ghosts. These are the waterproof ones that directly screw in. Equinox is the best beach machine right now. I had a few questions, and a guy had emailed me, and he said, what about a Treasure Ace, Garrett Treasure Ace 400, or some of the GTI Garretts, some of the early Fishers, and I've used them all. I've had the 30 years it's been a long time for me, and I mean I've got a lot of machines to show. When I first started, I had a Radio Shack back in the late 80s, early 90s. I had a little Radio Shack with a meter. And you'd have to pump the coil off the ground to get the meter to go straight center. And then you'd use it for 5 minutes and the meter would be off. And you'd have to constantly ground balance the machine. And that's how, we've got it so easy today. We got all turn on and go machines. If I was to buy a machine today, I wouldn't, being on the East Coast with black sand, being mainly a saltwater beach hunter, I wouldn't use a Garrett at all. And it's not to knock the company, but I've said this for the last 10 years, and I don't know if I'm right or wrong, but every time I go to the beach, I see more Mine Labs. So I think people are finally getting it. Mine Labs are built for black sand beaches, period. You don't even have to ground balance that machine. It will turn on and go. The problem with black sand beaches is if you get a VLF unit out there, it drives it crazy, whether it's a Fisher or a Garrett, and you got to constantly try to change the settings and reduce sensitivity, up the coil height, stick with a Mind Lab. And the Equinox 6 and 800 are equally great machines. I sent my 600 off to a young woman, and she's done well up in Nova Scotia. She was doing well anyway, a detector girl. But the 800, it's a great machine. The CTX, I love it. A lot of people knock it. They say, man, that's expensive. But you pay for what you get. I still love that machine. And that thing in fields, I love it even more. Vanquish is a great beginner. If you know, don't go spend $1,000 or $1,500 for a machine. Try a Vanquish first. They're pretty cheap, and they work. You can also get an Explorer online used. These are great, but the processors are slower, and these processors are faster, and you get a lot more small gold. And I've seen this over and over again. This, you know, the last 3 years I've been using these Equinoxes, and I'm getting a lot of small gold, and you get in between a lot of junk targets or iron. You move that coil an inch off of it, and it's the processor's so fast on this that you'll get anything in between. Where these are slower, and sometimes it will mask out with the older Excaliburs, and some of the older Explorers will actually mask targets. So definitely Equinox is the lead right now, but the Excalibur still works. I might even take this out today and hot dog it for a while. The CTX works. All of these work. It's more of a preference. Equinox is great because it's light, but I've tried them all. I've even got a Simplex over there in the corner I haven't even had a chance to use. Somebody sent me. So, you know, all these machines work, but like I say, probably Equinox right now is top machine if you're willing to put the money down. If you're more in the $300 or $400 range, get a Vanquish. But me, I love all of these. I've had, this was the record setter for me, the older Explorer XS. I'll never sell that machine, even though it's got all kinds of dust on it. With that Watt coil, I had one of the best years ever with that. I'll never forget it. Excalibur is just, you know, great machine. I found gold with that. I had the older 1000, Excalibur 1000, but weird, the coil wire was all breaking apart on me, so I ended up getting rid of the machine. Got to be careful though when you're changing the settings and the pots on those, they snap. So, but this is a great setup of machines here. You can't go wrong. And like I say, you know, I put my money where my mouth is, and I'm not out there. I've used Garrett's. I bought a GTI back in 99, 2000. Bought a Garrett GTI 2500. It was a graphic target imager. Top of the line machine, well over $1,000 at the time. Took it to the beach. It didn't work at all. It was terrible. So, I mean, I tell it like it is. I mean, I'm not on here. I'm not sponsored by Mind Lab or anybody. I use what works and what I find stuff with. And these machines have all worked for me. So, Mind Lab's a great company. And, you know, I mean, their products sometimes, yeah, there's some breakability issues, absolutely. But if you're on a wet sand beach, and this doesn't go for Kansas, or if you're in the middle of Ohio or the country and you're freshwater beach hunting, even in this state, you can get away with a Simplex. You don't need a multiple, you know, frequency machine. You can use a single frequency machine in freshwater beaches and land hunting. But once you enter that black sand world of saltwater beaches, you're gonna get the depth, you're gonna get the stability with these machines here, and you won't get it with anything else. And I just wanted to make that point straight. I mean, a lot of people get caught up, you know, price-wise or whatever, and they see something and they get a machine and then they're sorry later. But I stand by every one of these. I've never had really any issues other than mechanical, and that can all be fixed. But when it comes to finding, you know, items on the beach, these things have all done well for me. So, but it was a good day. We're gonna go back down tomorrow, see if we can find some more. But God, is that a pretty ring or what? Nice and shiny. It's old school ring. You know, you find old swim buckles and class rings, and that's what makes this hobby fun. So, but stay tuned. We're going to be doing a bunch more videos. I think it's going to get good again soon. I think we're going to have a pretty good winter too. So we'll see what happens, and hopefully I'll get down there. If I get in closer to the beach, get a place down there closer in, I'll be putting probably 3 or 4 times more time now into it than I have now. So
definitely a lot more time. So stay tuned. Thanks for watching.